ドジャースの大谷翔平は日本時間13日、敵地で行われたエンゼルス戦に1番指名打者で先発出場しました。5対5で迎えた9回、守護神ジャンセンとの対戦でワンボールから甘く入ったカットボールを完璧に捉えました。打球は打球速度 114.8 マイル、約 184.8 キロ、角度29度でライトへ飛び出し、404フィート、約 123.1 メートルの豪快な本塁打に、大谷は打った瞬間に雄たけびを上げ、敵地スタンドも総立ちとなる大歓声に包まれました。15試合連続無失点中と絶好調だったジャンセンを、大谷が見事に打ち崩しました。この試合は地元メディア、スポーツネット LA が中継し、実況はステファン・ネルソン氏。解説は1992年ナ・リーグ新人王で通算284本塁打のレジェンド OB、エリック・キャロス氏が担当しました。ネルソン氏は、
ゴーン
と絶叫し、興奮気味に実況。キャロス氏は、
彼は調子が上がらない時期や、打席で不調に見えることもある。時にはただ空振りしているように見える時もあるが、打席に立つたびに期待させてくれる。どんなスランプでも関係ない。最後は必ずやり遂げる。本当に信じられない。
と驚きを語りました。この大興奮の一打は、日本語字幕付きで紹介されます。
Last night, the fans that showed up specifically to see Shohei, I guess they got their money's worth because they got the home run. We watched them leave, but what he has done in his 2 years as a Dodger, the home runs in particular, it's unbelievable the names of the players that he's up there with Roger Maris. He's trying to chase Babe Ruth. The first 2 years of the franchise, Gooby, it's incredible. He hit his 42nd. He's on an absolute tear.
Man, he's unreal. The lift he creates, the way that every one of his home runs are probably 110 plus exit velocity. So he is squaring up the baseball so well. He doesn't chase a lot out of the strike zone. He doesn't get a lot of pitches on the borderline called against him, so he's bringing those pitches in the strike zone and doing a ton of damage.
I just think about, when I think about Ohtani, I think about he's one of those unique players, obviously a unicorn, but that when the stage is the brightest, he just comes out and he performs, and he notices it, and he's able to do it. It's almost like in the 8th inning there, it's like he knew everybody wanted to see him hit a home run, and he did. And it just, whenever I run across a player like that, like a Bonds or a Ken Griffey, it just makes me realize, okay, we're watching greatness in front of us, and that's kind of what I think about.
And he's never pitched here, right? He's never pitched against his former team. He hit his 100th home run here at the Big A last night. What are you looking forward to tomorrow with him on the bump facing Trout and company?
The thing is, I'm looking at it as far as how the Halos got a chance against him. You got to be aggressive on the first pitch. So far, granted, it's a small sample size, and even when he was with the Halos, generally hitters, when they're aggressive on the first pitch, that's when you can do damage, because he's going to be around the strike zone. He's really not throwing a splitter a whole lot anymore. Between a sweeper and slider is very good, so you don't want to fall behind him. He might throw you a sweeper, but a lot of times it's a sweeper for a strike. We saw that over the years with the Angels. You better be ready to swing, but this atmosphere is going to be off the charts, especially if somehow Trouty gets a home run today.
Yeah, well, that'd be incredible. No chance that Neto sees a fastball, though, first pitch.
Well, I was just going to say this. I mean, they know him so well, and he knows them so well. So it's almost going to be like opposite day. They're all going to be thinking the opposite of what they're used to seeing.
Shohei seemed to be shaking his hand after a couple swings last night. Is there something going on?
You know, it's funny. I asked the trainers about it, and they said that he felt it on the swing, but nothing to be concerned about. I had that same question this afternoon.
I think he hit a home run
after. Yeah. So, yeah.
Dave, Shohei has been running a little bit more recently, stealing more bases after going like all of June and July without really stealing any bases. Is that just coincidence, or is that to you like a sign that maybe he's starting to find a better balance, just tolerating the two-way thing and some better shape for that kind of stuff?
I think it's a combo of feeling comfortable with where he's at physically and knowing what he can withstand, but also I think that he's trying to be proactive and create scoring opportunities for our ball club. I think that, you know, a stolen base here at second base to get in scoring position, to create some type of action or something with our ball club. I think there's something behind that as well.
You've expressed concern about maybe overextending him as a pitcher and having it affect other aspects of his game. Would you be worried about him maybe trying to force action in that way and having that take away from him as a hitter or a pitcher?
You know, I think he's done a good job, and yeah, he's pushed it a little bit more recently. He's still got to play baseball. So if the game makes sense, and that's why, you know, I talked about that play the other day at third base. You know, if it makes sense to win a ball game, and if it's the right play, you still got to play the game. I think he's as prepared as anyone I've ever been around. So I think he's got a good handle on the bounce and what he can and can't handle.
Tomorrow isn't just going to be Shohei's first time pitching against the Angels, but the second time pitching against Trout. What do you kind of remember about WBC final, that at bat, like how much that has kind of maybe resonated as kind of a moment in the last 5 years or so?
I mean, if you're talking about on a world scale for baseball, that was, you know, as big as it gets, that moment. You know, Shohei kind of pumping up his Team Japan before that game against the U.S., and then that Trout Shohei at bat. I mean, that was epic. I was glued in, you know, so hopefully Shohei gets the best of him again tomorrow. But, you know, Mike's not going to back down, certainly. But that was definitely good for TV. That was fun.
Do you like watching Shohei the closer?
I love watching Shohei the closer. That was great. I also like 5 innings of Shohei too. So yeah, you know, we'll see. I mean, I think that Shohei wants to win. He's made that very clear. Whatever he can do to help us win a championship, he's in for. So you know, right now we need him to take down innings.
All right, hold on to your butts. 9th inning at Angel Stadium. Dodgers and Halos tied at 5. Old friend Kenley Jansen, appearing for a second time in as many games in this Freeway Series, will have to contend with Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman with the game on the line. Ohtani in his career against Kenley is 0 for 7 with 4 strikeouts. Kenley's first pitch misses, ball 1. Ohtani is 0 for 2, 2 walks, a run scored. He lined into a triple play his last time up. The 1-0 pitch. Scalded down the line. Gone! Shohei Ohtani is inevitable. "6-5 Dodgers" as Betts stands in and fouls away a strike. A go-ahead bomb from the reigning MVP.
You know, the thing that for me that separates him from anybody else that I've seen is he can go in a stretch where, you know, maybe he doesn't look good at the plate. Sometimes he looks like he's just flailing. But every single time he walks up to that darn batter's box, he might hit a ball 10 miles. Like, it doesn't matter what type of stretch he's in. And, you know, there are guys that struggle, they go through. I mean, that is insane. It doesn't matter what he has done up to the very next pitch. And that next pitch could end up as far as you want to watch it go. He's pitching tomorrow, by the way.
In case you forgot.
Right.
He can do that too.
As tomorrow's starting pitcher, boys. I mean, you see guys when they're struggling and you just, you know, superstars too. You go, it's just not happening for them. But for Shohei, it's legitimately the next pitch might be the one.
Shohei Ohtani has gone deep in 4 straight games. The most recent one could not be bigger tonight.
You know, I think I'm going to put Dr. Krajewski on a request. We're going to have a couple outs to do this. That request is, when was the last time a guy hit into a triple play and then hit basically a game-winning home run? Not a walk-off, but a game-winning home run. Has that ever happened in baseball history? We'll have that answer for you in the bottom half.
The Angels have a chance to win their 5th straight game this year and their 6th overall in a row against the Dodgers. And it'll be the former Dodger, Kenley Jansen, trying to keep it tied here in the 9th inning.
Oh, this is a lot of fun, this game. Wow. Yeah, Trout leading off the bottom of the 8th. You got Shohei Ohtani leading off here, top of the 9th.
Last time up, Shohei Ohtani hit into a triple play. He is just the second reigning MVP in history to ever do it, joining Brooks Robinson. Well, we talked about history following Shohei. Rarely is it a negative mark on him. And tonight, he made 3 outs with 1 swing. Now Kenley Jansen hoping he's just the first out here in the 9th inning. A buzz in this crowd as Shohei takes ball 1.
Yeah, this place is going crazy right now.
These two have squared off on the other side of this Freeway Series rivalry in the past. Shohei, the former Angel, Jansen, the former Dodger. And Shohei tags one to right. He breaks the tie with a bomb.
That was an absolute rocket.
We have so rarely seen Jansen fail this year. But as Shohei maybe felt a dose of embarrassment hitting into a triple play, he's the one laughing now with a tie-breaking home run here in the top of the 9th.
Boy, right at the heart of the plate. That lift he has, a 40-degree launch angle. 115 off the bat. A 9th inning home run.
115. His 43rd homer. Well, it breaks the tie in this game, but with Schwarber for the National League lead. Shohei last night hit his first home run in this ballpark against the Angels. He's now homered in 4 straight games. He's had an extra base hit in 7 straight and has an 11-game hitting streak. He'll be on the mound tomorrow night. He'll pitch against the Angels for the first time.
5-5 the score. Shohei Ohtani will face Kenley Jansen in a heavyweight battle. Here's the pitch. And it is outside ball 1. Started him with a cutter. Not often you can say last time up Ohtani hit into a triple play. He's hitless tonight, 0 for 2. 10-game hitting streak on the line. And Kenley's 1-0 pitch. Swung on and hammered. Oh my goodness. It's a home run for Ohtani. Down the right field line. Showtime in Anaheim. Dodgers lead it 6-5 on a ball that left the yard in a blink of an eye. A missile. The 43rd home run of the season for Ohtani. Oh my goodness.
That was a no-doubter.
He is now homered in 4 straight games this year. Second time he's done that. I mean, this ball was on a tee.
And Ohtani knew it. He doesn't admire all of them, but he took a brief moment, pointed to his first base dugout to his teammates, and trotted around the stadium.
404 feet down the right field line. Mashed it, 115 off the bat.
This crowd's still buzzing.
Oh, my. The best drive of the game presented by Edmunds. See how much your car is worth at Edmunds.com. No question what the best drive of the game is. The Ohtani home run. He's now hit in 11 straight.
Well, you mentioned the velocity as it left the bat. I don't know what the velocity was when it re-entered our atmosphere.
That was just a rocket. He had his arm up in the air waving for it like he was catching a punt.
Well, there are no fair catches in baseball, but there was nobody else that was going to be able to catch it.
I mean, you know, you see a player play like Ohtani in his second year with the Dodgers. We've seen him do some incredible things. It just never ceases to amaze what this guy's capable of in a Major League Baseball game.
You don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It was the cutter that Ohtani hit out. 6-5 Dodgers lead it on the solo home run to lead off the 9th inning by Ohtani. Ohtani lights up Orange County with his 43rd home run of the season. And the Dodgers go to the bottom of the ninth with a 1-run lead. The score, the Dodgers 6, Angels 5.
Here's the 1-0 on Ohtani, and he hits a missile down the right field side, and it is gone. Shohei Ohtani jumped all over that pitch. He ambushed that pitch there against Jansen. And Ohtani, who homered in the 8th inning last night, homers in the 9th inning tonight, and the Dodgers have a 6-5 lead.
Number 43 for Shohei, and that was a bad feeling. That cutter coming into Shohei, and he clears everything, able to keep this ball fair.
That home run over 400 feet to right field off the bat of Ohtani, and now Mookie Betts chases the pitch and fouls that one off.
Yeah, this cutter, boy, middle of the plate and up, a little height to it. Shohei knew it as soon as he made contact.
6-5 Dodgers.
Wow. 114 miles an hour off the bat of Ohtani.
Exit velocity. Here's the pitch, and that one pops off the mid of O'Hoppe. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I am not lying. I would have had Reed Detmers start this inning and face Shohei. Although you look at it, Shohei was 0 for 7 against Kenley Jansen in his career.
Yeah, and Jansen was on the best run of his career coming into tonight, and he was really good last night.
Here's the deal, though. Shohei is so locked in right at the moment.
Since Shohei Ohtani left the Angels, he's now had 5 home runs in the 9 games he's played against the Angels in his career.
There's another note to that if you keep reading. I saw
Dodgers haven't had a lot of success winning those games,
Correct.
though. In talking about that, the Angels tonight trying to beat them for the 6th time in a row going back to last year.
The Dodgers record 2-6 since Shohei's been with the Dodgers.
Yep. So it's 0-2 on Hernandez, 2 outs. Dodgers on the Ohtani homer to start off the 9th inning, up by a run, 6-5, and here's the next pitch.
I know that obviously things happen, but just when you kind of look at today, whether it's the walks, just maybe some of the kind of command things, what do you think is missing for you right now?
I mean, tonight was by far one of my worst outings of the year, so super frustrating. I kind of at a loss of words, but I know it was like fastball was just too high tonight. So it's just focusing on getting that in the strike zone and just going and attacking guys. So tonight's on me, so I got to be better.
I know it's one in which you would probably kind of want to wash away, but is it at least one that you can kind of take away a few things, whether it's just the fastball location, things that you can kind of work on going into your next one?
Yeah. I mean, I'll look at it and kind of go over it with some coaches and stuff and gather a game plan and go from there. But for right now, not happy about it.
When the team's struggling, do you kind of feel that way when you go out there in that spot, just kind of knowing, trying to close out a game like that, especially after Ohtani's homer in the top of the inning?
I mean, the home run was great. I felt really good going into it, and spiraled. So, the walks will kill you.
When you look at just, obviously this is now 3 tough losses in a row after that home run from Shohei. It felt like you guys were going to take this one. What were you, I guess, kind of just seeing there from Alex there in the bottom of the 9th that led to the walks, led to just them being able to tie the game up and push extra innings?
I think with Alex, obviously the 2 walks, and then also obviously had the 1 intentional walk, but gets 0-2 to 4-2, and he was just missing. And I think that Rengifo at bat, he saw 6 straight fastballs and line one up the middle. Get the leadoff guy on. So I don't know. I don't know what where his misses are. Obviously, the last few outings haven't been clean or typical of what he's done for us. So we got to dig into it. But it's surprisingly for him, been inconsistent, but we'll work through it.
And I'm putting together all the stakes, right? I mean, this is Dodgers, Angels, this is Shohei against his former team. It had everything. Let's pick this up with Shohei. Of course, we'll get to that triple play, which was insane. But here's Shohei, who after hitting in the triple play off Kenley Jansen, who hadn't been scored on in 21 outings, crushed it.
He crushed it. I don't think this is where Jansen wanted that pitch, a 1-0 fastball cutter out over the middle of the plate. We're upstairs talking. Okay, there's one guy I'm okay walking right now. It's this guy. He gets up for these moments.